perhaps that it might be an opportunity for you now to play as the central striker. Would you welcome that?
Yeah, of course I would. It's my natural position for my club. So if that's where he sees me playing, well then obviously I'm happy to play there. But if he still wants to play me out wide, well then of course I'm not going to have any problems with that either.
And how would you assess your performances in a green shirt so far?
Obviously frustrating at times. I feel like I've done all right. Obviously striker wants to score goals, and hopefully if I get that chance to play through the middle, I'll have more chances to produce goals and create chances. So yeah, it's been frustrating so far, obviously not scoring and getting wins, but I think over time that will definitely come.
It's a friendly against England, but it is a friendly at Wembley. Is that something that you've always dreamed of playing there?
Personally, I haven't grown up saying that I want to play at Wembley, because obviously as an Irish kid, like, you don't grow up thinking, oh, I'd love to play at Wembley. So now for me it's just another game. It's a big game obviously to play against England, but personally it wouldn't have been a dream of mine to play at Wembley, no.
Well, I hope you do on Thursday and get your first goal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guy Havard, Sky Sports.
Hi Aaron, can you hear me? It's Guy Havard.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Hi Aaron. Yeah, I was just going to say, it looks been a bit frustrating for you, hasn't it, the last sort of few weeks, and with not a lot of game time for Brighton. How much has that sort of got you frustrated?
Yeah, of course it is. It is frustrating to not be playing. I think for any player it is, but I'm just trying to work hard and just keep the head down, and then hopefully when my chance does come to play again, that I'm definitely ready.
When you're as young as you are, is it almost like your game stops when you're not playing? Do you need minutes, do you feel, to progress your game?
Yeah, of course. I think everyone needs minutes to progress, no matter what age, whether I'm 20 or 35. So yeah, it's frustrating at the minute, but hopefully I can get some game time this week and get some minutes under my belt, obviously, and then if I do get the chance to play when I do go back to Brighton, then of course I'll be ready.
Where do you want to improve the areas of your game?
There's a lot. There's always ways I can improve, but obviously I think I've only scored 5-6 professional goals, so obviously in that department, and then my general just game awareness and stuff like that. But that's something I'm working on at club level every day. So I've no doubts that'll come soon, and I will start scoring goals.
And obviously David McGoldrick has retired, as Tony suggested. You're a different type of player to him, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say David was more of a drop-in kind of player and get on it, but that's not really my game. I prefer to get in behind and try and stretch defences. So yeah, definitely different. It would have been nice to play, obviously, with Didzy, but now that he's retired, it might give me a chance to play through the middle.
Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.
Bernard O'Toole from Virgin, please.
Aaron, how are things?
Yeah, all good, thank you, yeah.
Obviously, Aaron, I know you touched on it there, 1 goal in 5, and from a team point of view, isn't a good return. What are the kind of things you need to kind of work on the next couple of days to try and make that stick?
I think there's only so much you can do working on scoring goals and training. It's the gaffer can do as much finishing and stuff as we like, and the standard in training finishing wise it's really good. So I've no doubt that we'll score goals. It's just about getting them with that 1 or 2 goals, and then obviously pushing on from there, because once we get 1 or 2, I don't think we'll go through a spell like this again.
Do you feel the pressure building, I suppose, as a group? The fact that, I know Stephen's waiting on his first win, but obviously from a striker's point of view, just that lack of goals, does it seep into the back of the brain as the match goes on?
No, I wouldn't say so, no. Not from what I'm looking at or what I'm thinking, and I don't think any of the boys are thinking that either. We know we're a good team, and we know we can score goals. So no, that's definitely not creeping into anyone's head, I don't think. But I think we'll show it this week that it's not playing on anyone's mind.
You touched on the history of the match with Tony there. Is England against Ireland more than just a friendly in your eyes?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd leave it up to the Irish fans and stuff like that. I'm just focused on another game really. It's a big game obviously, and it's a big game for both countries I think. So yeah, I'm sure the Irish fans will obviously see it differently than the players, but we just want to go out and play and just perform.
Obviously, another side note this week is, Jack Grealish and Declan Rice potentially lining up at Wembley against Ireland. Though you were just a year younger than Declan, I suppose everybody at the time had an opinion on his decision. What did you make of his decision at the time?
Nothing to do with me really. It's not my career, so wherever he chose, it's up to him. So for me, I didn't really take much interest in it. It's not my career, so.
Good stuff. Thanks for being best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, next will be Philip Quinn. If you want to request the question, please use the chat function. I am looking at it. So Philip Quinn.
Sorry, I was on mute there, Kieran. Aaron, let's see. I take you back to last month, please.
Yeah.
Missed out until back again. You were sorely missed that day. Might have made the difference. Do you look back on the travel arrangements and think maybe I should never have left my seat?
No. It's frustrating when people say that because I might have left the seat, but I didn't know I was going to go sit beside someone who would have a positive test. I could have stayed in my seat and someone beside me could have had it, and then I would have got away with it because I'd moved down the back. So, no, to see stuff like that, it's frustrating even on social media because I moved seat, but how was I meant to know where someone who would test positive would be sat? So, no, it's I don't look back at it and think, oh, I wish I'd sat there. It happened, so I've got to move on from it now.
And in terms of missing the match, it was a huge game. Stephen obviously would have had you in his match day plans. We can't undo what happened that night, but your sense of frustration watching that game from afar. I mean, you weren't able to play. You must have. What were you going through watching the game unfolding, knowing that you could have played and you'd have made a difference?
Yeah, it was tough, obviously, because like I've said, at 20 years of age, I might never get that chance again from the country to play in such a big game, to get to a big tournament. So it was obviously frustrating, and then to find out it was a false positive as well after it was a bit gutting. But that's last month now, so it's all about these 3 games, I guess, and I've got to move on from it now.
Okay, we'll be into the embargoed section now. Embargoed section, this is until 11 p.m. tonight. Philip, have you got another question?
I thought it wasn't the embargo, sorry.
No, it's 10 minutes. Alright, Damien Spellman from PA, please.
Hi, Aaron. Aaron, could I just ask you, the manager's spoken his excitement about the young players coming through, particularly attacking players, yourself, Adam, Troy. Is it daunting for you as young players to think that you're following the footsteps of the Robbie Keanes and the John Wall, Shane Longs, who've scored important goals for Ireland in recent times?
No, I love it. I love hearing stuff like that. I love kind of the pressure as well. It's nice to be at 20 years of age for myself, 19 for Adam, to have pressure like that on you, and put fans and coaches expecting things from you. So no, I'm never going to shy away from that. I like the way that people put pressure on because it makes it feel wanted, and they obviously think you can do something great. So no, I love it. So I'm sure me and Adam have no problem with that.
Just finally from me, it's been a tough couple of weeks for your old teammate Shane Duffy there. I mean, you know him well. Back him to come through all that.
Of course, he's a brilliant centre half. I think he's shown that for many years. So a couple of games isn't going to change what everyone thinks of him. I don't think. He's shown for Ireland how good he is. He's shown for Brighton how good he was and how highly rated he was. And I think 2 or 3 games, or 2 games, I think, from what I've seen anyways, it's only been however long. So no, I know how good he is. I think everyone else knows how good he is, and I'm sure he'll show that.
Ronan Murphy.
Hi, Aaron. It's been a tough couple of weeks as well for Jason Malumbi. He hasn't really got a look in at Brighton. Do you think that the England match maybe could be a chance for him not only to get minutes for Ireland and minutes, just minutes in general, but could also be a chance chance for him maybe to show what he can do and get himself into the manager's band?
Yeah, of course. I think every game that he plays is a game to get into the manager's plans, both for Ireland and Brighton. And I think he's well rated at Brighton, and I'm sure he's frustrated himself at the lack of minutes. But I'm sure he's going to show how good he is this week and maybe push himself into the manager's plans.
Emmett Malone.
Aaron, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
Yeah, great. Just asking, I'm wondering, what did Graham Potter think to you about your situation at Brighton? Has he told you in any sort of detail what he wants from you to training or to get back in the team?
Well, it's obviously just me. I don't know. I just need to obviously perform a bit better to get into the side. And listen, I've spoke to the gaffer and I've took on board what he said. Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is here, but yeah, I've spoke to the gaffer. I have a good relationship with our gaffer, so if I want to get back into the side, I need to do those things. And yeah, obviously it's frustrating. I want to play every week, but it's tough in the Premier League. We see players like Danny Welbeck, Neil Maupay, and Leandro Trossard, and it's competition every week. But I do like that competition, and hopefully once I do get back to Brighton, I can get in the side again and start playing and scoring.
Did you feel you'd lost some of the early momentum after breaking into the season?
No.
Yourself? No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
And originally you made breakthrough with Ireland after getting to the Brighton team. Is there kind of a sense now that maybe a few good performances away here would help you get back in at the club level?
No, I'm not thinking about performances here just to get back in at club level. I'm thinking of performances here to stay in the Ireland team. So when I come away with Ireland, it's all about Ireland. So yeah, no, I'm definitely playing for the 3 games to impress our gaffer here. So yeah, that's my thinking now. When I'm away with Ireland, it's all about Ireland and scoring and playing for my country.
Okay, and last one, sorry, can I just ask you, just going back to the England game or whatever, you don't seem as bothered. Is it a kind of generational thing slightly that maybe an England game now doesn't matter quite as much to the younger players as it does maybe to the older fans and older players?
No. I definitely am bothered. I think everyone else here is as well, but I'm not going to go back into the history of something that I don't really understand. So yeah, no, I definitely am bothered. It's a game for my country against a top national side. So no, yeah, you definitely think you've got that one on. Yeah, definitely I'm bothered.
Okay, I didn't mean that bothered.
No,
maybe not. I don't worry. That's something to mind.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, understand it. Paul Fennessy, please.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, all good, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I'm wondering about your reaction and I suppose the squad in general's reaction to David Golden's retirement. Were you surprised by it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was definitely surprised. Obviously, I just went on social media and seen it, so it was surprising. He's going to be a big loss, obviously. So yeah, it's definitely come as a surprise. But I'm sure the squad will want to push on now from it and just make do what we have here.
And do you think it could be, in a way, it could be a good thing for the likes of yourself and the other sort of young attacking players, that there's maybe more onus on you now to have the sort of impact that David had been having?
I don't feel like there's any pressure on us. I feel like it would have been nice to play with David. Obviously, I think I'd only played 20 minutes with him in an international game, so, and I know his qualities obviously, and he's a top player, and the way he played the game was top. So he's going to be a miss, but I definitely will enjoy like the step up if the gaffer wants to play me through the middle and obviously filling the boots that he's left behind there.
Okay, we've got time for one more question from David Kelly. Just one more, David. David?
Hi Aaron, just you're talking about game management there, and you were very honest in the immediate aftermath of your last game. I mean, have you done any analysis on that since, Jer, even yourself personally with coaches, or just had more time to examine what you might have done better or what you kind of do generally in terms of your development as a player?
Yeah, I think obviously in the interview after I kind of recognised straight away, so I felt like I didn't need to really look back on it. Obviously I'd seen a couple of clips of it, and I tried to obviously think, oh, could I have played it, should I have played it, and was trying to obviously make different scenarios, but it's the way it happened. I had a shot, so I'm not gonna go over it again with myself and keep thinking in my head I've got to move on from it. So at least I know for next time if I do get in a position like that, I know that ball's going across the goal. So yeah, obviously I've looked back in it and I thought, yeah, probably should have squared it, but I probably think I was also a bit too harsh on myself in that interview.
Yeah, just briefly on the, just to maybe clarify Emmett's question, in terms of the England thing, it's not the politics, it's the kind of sport and Ireland's games of England are like history now, Joe Connolly and Castlegar and Galway and all that kind of stuff. Is that maybe possibly the fact that you guys are so young that that kind of football history is not relevant to you because most of you weren't born?
Yeah, it could be. Obviously, the gaffer touched on it in the meeting, and I think Darren Randolph was the only one that was actually born in 1988 for the game which Ireland won. So yeah, maybe it is a bit lost on me because obviously, like I said, I don't really understand most of what's gone on, what's happened. So yeah, of course it's a little bit lost to me, but I definitely am bothered about this game. I think everyone is. So yeah, I think I'm very excited for it, no matter what anyone thinks of me outside.